Okay, here we're going to graph two things together, and then we're only going to shade where they overlap. So because this one has the line underneath it, it says less than or equal to, this one's going to be a solid line, whereas this one's going to be a dotted line. Also, this one says less than. We read from left to right, so as you go from left to right, the left side is less than the right side. So we're going to be shading below this one. And this one says greater than, so we're going to be shading above on this one. Okay, so let's look at the quadratic first. Remember, this is in standard form, so we're going to use negative b over 2a. My b value here is negative 8, so it's negative 8 over 2 times negative 2. So it's 8 over negative 4, which is negative 2. So the x-coordinate of my vertex is going to be negative 2. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to plug negative 2 in for my x so that I can find the y-coordinate. Remember, you have to square negative 2 first. So this is positive 4. Negative 8 times negative 2 is positive 16. So this gives me negative 8 plus 16 minus 4. So I get 8 minus 4, so I get 4. So the y-coordinate is going to be 4. So this is my vertex. Okay, and so I can either use the y-intercept, which is right back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I could use symmetry. Notice that's 2 away. So that's in line with my vertex, so that's 2 away right there. Or I could use the fact that this is opening down because of the negative, and it has a vertical stretch of 2. So the parent function would have gone, instead of over 1, 1 on each side, it would have gone over 1, 2 on each side. And it would have gone over 2 instead of the parent function that would go over 2 and 4. This one's going twice as far, so it would go over 2 and 8, and you would be on these 2 points right here. This one we discussed is a solid, so I'm going to go ahead and draw it solid right here. And I'm going to be shading below it, which is going to be this area in here. Now I'm not going to shade it all the way because I don't end up shading all the parts that are below it. I'm just going to shade the parts that overlap with the other line. Okay, so this other line it's just a line. It's not a parabola. So the y-intercept is negative 1 and the slope is 2. So I'm going to go to negative 1, which is right here. And the slope is 2, which is really 2 over 1. So I'm going to rise 2 and run 1. Rise 2 and run 1. Now, I might want to go backwards since that's where my parabola is. So instead of rising 2, I'll go down 2 and back 1. And that keeps me in line here. Down 2 and back 1. Down 2 and back 1. Down 2, back 1. Okay, and this one we said was dotted. And I'm shading above on that one. So above the line would be all of this stuff up here. But again, I'm not shading everywhere above the line. I'm only shading the parts that are above the line that are also below the parabola. And so you can see where the shading overlaps in here. So the only part that you actually want to shade is the overlap in here.